During our daily mental activities, energy naturally accumulates at the top of our head. If this energy doesn't move, it stagnates. Do you ever notice a feeling of lightness after you've washed your hair? That's because you've shifted the energies at the top of your head. You can move these energies without having a shower, and this is called the crown pull. I'll show you what to do. So if you put your fingers at either side of your temple again, and then place your thumbs at either side of your temple, and place your fingers in between your eyebrows, on your eyebrows, press in and pull your fingers towards your thumbs. And then keep your thumbs in the same spot and put your fingers in the middle of your forehead. Press in and pull your fingers towards your thumbs, like as if you're trying to open up your head. And then on your hairline, and do the same thing. And then we're going to move slowly around at the top of our head. So if you move your thumbs if you feel you need to, and then do the same thing. And I know this messes up your hair, but hey, what price calmness? And then you just keep going a little bit farther back each time, pressing and pulling. Press and pull. Oh, and a good idea is to breathe. I forget to do that. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth as you do this. And just keep going round the back of the head. Down to the bottom. And when you get to the neck, then you can pull your hands onto your shoulders, give your shoulders a bit of a massage, and then drop your hands. Deep breath, and that was the crown pull. How does that feel? Has your cloud lifted? There was some really, some of these exercises are so easy and so simple to do, like smoothing behind your ears. This is really great for calming that emotional response. You put your hands on your temple and press and smooth up to the top of your ears on your skull whilst you breathe in, and then whilst you breathe out, smooth round behind your ears. So let's do it again. Another technique that provides comfort and reduces emotional stress is called the spleen hug. And when we do the spleen hug, the crown pull is a very good preliminary exercise to it. Now, the spleen hug is putting your fingers underneath your armpit and just holding your rib cage, and the other hand just hugging your other arm, and your middle finger just rest it on the indentation just above your elbow. Just rest there gently. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you can just gently rock. And then you're enabling your body to tell you it's okay. Everything's fine. You can think better when you're less stressed. I can take care of you. And you can swap over your hands, put your other fingers underneath your other armpit and hold your rib cage, and put the other arm round on your arm towards your elbow with your middle finger touching that indentation just above your elbow. There. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I know these things that I've shown you, some of them you already do, don't you? You cross your arms, you hold your forehead when you're stressed. Well, these are just a bit refinement so that you can do them and you know that they're actually doing some real benefit. So when next time you want to cross your arms, it might be an idea to do the spleen hug and give yourself that extra bit of benefit. There's something called a fear tap, and I love this one because I've got a story to tell you about this later when I've shown you it. If you, on the back of your hand, just below your knuckle, your little finger knuckle and your ring finger knuckle, in between those two knuckles, you've got an indentation in between those two bones. If you tap on that, that's your fear tap. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. You can do either hand, and I'll tell you the story. So one day, it was 2 years ago, I had a dentist appointment to have a tooth out, and I'd forgotten that I'd got this dental appointment, so I wasn't prepared for it when I got the text to say, your dental appointment's today at such and such a time. So I went into a panic because I hadn't prepared myself. So I couldn't think what to do, and I tried to calm down other ways, but I couldn't manage it. Just deep breathing didn't get it. Doing prayers didn't get it. But I managed to remember to do the fear tap, and that is what helped calm me down. That I did quite a long time to do that, and it calmed me down. And I live in Britain, so in Britain, if you can walk somewhere, if it's within walking distance, you tend to. So that's what I did. I was in walking distance of my dentist, so I walked there. I tapped all the way there, and once I got into the dentist chair, I was really quite relaxed. It was a nice dentist. We had a chat. He took my tooth out. He said it came out like butter. He was amazed. Usually it's quite a bit of a struggle. And I'm thinking, well, you get that. There's a phrase called gripping fear, isn't it? I would think the fear would be gripping it. Anyway, because I didn't have any fear, it just came out. And you know what? My body healed really quickly, because it's amazing what your body can do when you let it, when you get rid of that fear that you have there to stop it working properly. So another emotion that's tied to stress is anger. Have you noticed that when you feel, when you're just about to shout at your children, you feel a surge of anger? Well, yes, I know, I can certainly relate to that. So here's a little exercise you can do that clears anger and frustration out of your body, and we need to stand up to do this one. It's called the blowout. So if you stand up straight with your arms out in front of you and your palms up, pull your elbows in and hold your hands in a fist. Swing your arms back down, round behind you and up over your head, and your palms are sort of facing each other like that, but above your head. And then, when you swing your arms out, then you need to breathe in, because at this point you're going to be breathing out. So if you let go of your hands, so you let your hands flat out at the same time as pulling them down and letting your breath out in a whoosh, this is how it goes. So let's do it again. Arms out, bring your elbows in, fists closed, breathe in, and again. You can do it several times. And the last time you do it, when you do a sequence, is you do the last one when you're up, when your arms are up, and you let it go. You let your breath go and your arms down in a controlled fashion like this. And that finishes the session. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a child, I wasn't allowed to express anger because that was naughty. So what I did was, of course, I stuffed it in, because it's got to go somewhere. If it can't come out, it goes in. So it stuffs it in. Now, what we do is it's held in there unless it comes out sometime. And I noticed that every now and again I would suddenly come out with a burst of anger, and I didn't even know that I was, it just came out without me even realizing it. But anger is like steam in a kettle, and if the outlets are blocked, then it's got to come somewhere. It will blow the lid. Well, it's best not to blow the lid when we've got our children around, isn't it? So it's a good idea to let go of the anger and frustration doing this exercise. It's great to do every morning. So after we've done the blowout, it's a really good one, a really good exercise to do, is to do the zip up. And there is a science behind this, but suffice it to say, it actually is a protective exercise for our energy system. And we have a meridian going up our midline to our lip, and starting at our pubic bone. So if we hold our fingers on our pubic bone and lift our finger, as we breathe in, lift our fingers up as if we're zipping up that line right up to our lip. And then once we get to here, we can let our breath out in an exuberant fashion, swing our arms up to the sky. I like this one. Ready? Let's do it again. And again. That makes me feel so joyful. I just love it. So I know you're thinking, I mean, how will I ever manage to remember everything? You know, I'll tell you how you can do it. Not only can you watch this video again, but I'm sending a free illustrated chart of these exercises in my next newsletter. And if you're too late for my next newsletter, then they'll be on a page of downloads. So don't worry about that. Once you've signed up for my newsletter, you'll be able to get them whatever. Just go to my website, towardshappiness.com. And I'm also, every now and again, I'll be posting some video clips of the routines on my Towards Happiness Tips Facebook page regularly. Now, there's another great way to calm down in the moment, and I tend to do it in the car when I realise I'm stressed whilst driving. You can, you know, sometimes when you're getting ready to go out and you're all stressed getting ready, and then you sit in the car and you go, oh, so too stressed for driving. But also it's very stressful when you've got children in the back, isn't it? So this is a really good exercise to do because it's using the vocal cords. No hands needed. And my daughter prefixes this with the words, I'm going to calm down now, when she does it. It's called sounding the Om. And if you've never sounded the Om, then you're in for a real treat. If those are people that already have done it before, you know what it's like. So the Om is the syllable Om, and then you say it on one note. You can choose whatever note you like. You can do the same as me or a different note. Anyway, would you like to join me? I always feel more relaxed when I've done that. So I hope some of these tools I've given you, that your home will be a little calmer now. Now, it might be a good idea to rate that stress level, you know, that you did in the beginning on the other video. So you can rate it between 0 to 10, when 0 is no stress at all and 10 is really, you know, about to explode. I do hope that your number has gone down a little now. Won't you join me in part 3, where I'll show you a very effective tool to help eliminate the cause of the anger we experience when our children push our buttons.